What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Lambo, and we are back with another video today, guys. And today's going to be a little different than the normal video. We're not actually going to be looking at any specific piece or unboxing anything or taking a look at any fit. We're actually going to be talking about how to best wash and care for your Yeezy Gap or your Yeezy products, and how to store them or hang them up, especially because these things are very big. Some of them are very large and they take up a lot of space. So what is the best, most economical, most efficient way to store these things, wash them, take care of them? We're going to talk about all that stuff, guys. So make sure you have smacked the shit out of that like button and kick the fuck out of the subscribe button, guys. And if you got any questions or a comment, or you just want to show some support to the channel, drop a Lambo gang down below, guys. I would greatly appreciate it. But if you do have any questions, make sure you drop them down below, because I will most definitely get back to you. Now, before we get into the video, guys, make sure you are following me over on Instagram at LamboAndy. I give a lot of, whether it's, links, websites, resources, whatnot, streams to get some of this Yeezy products, or whether it's giveaways, or I have a lot of products I sell as well. So just make sure you're following me at LamboAndy over there on Instagram. And yeah, I'm actually gonna be doing a giveaway very, very soon. So make sure you're following the channel, and make sure you're following me over on Instagram. So like I mentioned, guys, today we are going to be talking about how you should be washing these clothes, how you should be taking care of these clothes, and also how to store these clothes. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So the first thing you guys got to know is not all these products and not all these clothes require the same type of care or wash instructions. So if you guys haven't noticed, which I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, each of these shirts or jackets or whatever, they come with wash instructions on the little tags inside. And I'm actually going to show some here in just a second on screen. But these tags, they don't only just show you the size and the color and the model of the, the jacket or whatever it is you're looking at, but it tells you the washing and care instructions. And it comes in a bunch of different languages, so it helps out a lot of people. And if you look at some of these, we're going to put some of these on the screen right now. They are all different, okay? So not all these shirts, not all these pants, not all these, sweaters are going to be washed or going to be required to be washed the same way, okay? So some of these, as you can see, machine wash on cold, inside out. Even this one says, there's one that says hand wash only. Okay, with light colors. Okay, so and I've just taken some random tags here just to show you guys, and they all require different care instructions. Okay, so step one to caring for your stuff is make sure you follow the care instructions of the garment. Okay, so I'm not going to say you should wash all your clothes one certain way, but one thing I will say, and one thing that is very common with all this stuff, is make sure you wash it in cold water. Okay, so step one, wash it in cold water with the same colors. Okay, so if it's all blacks and dark blues and stuff, keep those separate from, you can do all blacks together, all dark blues, all dark greens, whatever. You can separate it down like that if you want, but it's more darks, colors, and whites. Okay, colors are going to be like your brighter colors, but like dark blues, blacks, those things, you can wash those together, but make sure you wash them on cold water. Now, some of these tags don't say to wash it inside out. I always recommend you guys washing your clothes inside out, because it lessens the damage to the outer layer of material. If you think about it, your washing machine's made of metal on the inside, okay? And if the material is hitting up against and rubbing against and grinding, when it's shaking around in there and brushing up against, it's pushing up against the metal, it's pushing up against other fabric. And over time, that's going to wear down the material. So if you wash it inside out, that material, while it does still get some movement in there, it's not rubbing up against the metal of the actual machine. It's not rubbing up against other clothes that have maybe buttons on it or zippers or all these other things that could potentially rub and degrade the material. Washing your clothes inside out prevents that from happening. And it also prevents any logos, any print, especially like the dove, wash that inside out so the dove doesn't get worn down and the fabric and the print doesn't get worn away. So I highly encourage to also wash your clothes inside out, okay? And then drying them. Now, a lot of these say tumble dry on low. Some of these say line dry, and by line dry, that means hang them up on a line and literally hang dry them. And I recommend hang drying them, okay? It does take longer, yes, but it prevents any shrinking. It also prevents any damaging of the material, because once again, if your clothes are in the dryer and they're going around hitting up against that metal sides of the dryer, it's gonna over time degrade your clothes. Plus, any type of heat source is gonna wear away on that fabric as well. So if you have it like on medium or low heat and you put your clothes in the dryer, over time you're gonna see fading. Your clothes are gonna fade down. They're gonna not, the blacks are gonna be a lot less black. Any color is just gonna start fading down because you're drying your clothes. So if you are gonna dry them, inside out, and just tumble dry them. So just turn it to where it says air dry and put it on for like an hour. And it probably won't even be dry after that, but you do it again and do it again and just keep tumble drying it until they're dry. You can even put a dry towel. So get like a clean towel or two, put that into the dryer with your wet clothes, put it on tumble dry, and just let it dry. The dry towels will actually soak up a lot of the moisture from your clothes. So it will help dry them as well. So those are just some tips, but those are the main care tips that I would say. Wash them on cold, wash them on delicate. I didn't mention that before, but wash them on the delicate cycle. So don't just wash them on heavy, regular, washing. And I'll show you some washers, some options up here, because not every washer is the same. Some have delicate cycle, some have permanent press. Mine has something called permanent press, which is basically kind of the same thing. It just doesn't put so much force on the material. It's not as harsh on the material, okay? So look up your washer, okay? Look up the settings, see what setting is best for delicates or for very light material. Use that setting. That's going to be your best option, okay? And then, like I said, when it comes to drying, tumble dry inside out with no heat, or hang dry, or if you're absolutely definitely, you're just in a pinch and you really, really need to get something dry, inside out on low heat, with a towel in there or something, and just do it until it's dry. Don't do it any longer, because drying your clothes is how they shrink, okay? So you wash them, and if you put them in the dryer with hot air and dry it, it's gonna shrink your clothes. So you don't wanna do that, okay? But like I said, going all the way back to the beginning, you wanna make sure you read the care instructions, because if it says hand wash, you're gonna wanna hand wash these things, and you're probably gonna not wanna run these through the washing machine just to preserve the quality. Because a lot of us, we spend our hard-earned money on this stuff, and we don't want it to just degrade and go to shit after a couple washes and couple uses. So make sure you're following the care instructions and the wash instructions that are included in each one of your pieces of clothing. If you have any questions more than that, definitely drop it down below. I'll definitely get back to you. But those little tips, cold water, inside out, hang dry, those are going to be some pretty standard good tips that you can kind of carry across all the different pieces. But make sure you're following the instructions in the actual garment itself. All right, guys, so now that we've gotten the washing and care instructions out of the way, now we're going to talk about how to store and how to hang this stuff, because we all know this stuff takes up a lot of room, and especially if you're building a collection, not just getting one or two pieces. If you're getting a lot more, you're going to need a lot more room. And a lot of us, our closets are limited in space. So where do you store this stuff, and where do you put this stuff? So let's talk about where I hang my stuff and how I store my stuff. So the first thing I want to talk about real quick, and you guys actually see it, is right here. It is an actual rack that I hung on my wall, and I'll show you guys on screen. It's from Amazon. You just need a drill and some basic handiwork skill, I guess. And you can easily hang this up, okay? You just need a little ladder. And I'm actually going to show you some pictures of this from a different angle so you can actually see. But this is very, very useful for hanging jackets, for hanging really anything. And you can put this anywhere. I mean, you can put this in your room like I do. You can actually hang this in the closet, which I'm actually going to show you guys in my closet because I have another one of these hanging in my closet. So these racks are very, very useful. They're not an actual, garment rack in the sense of you can wheel it around and it's like the ones at the store where you can move it. It is stationary and it is going to be there. It's going to be where you put it. But if you find a place that's very, good for it, you're going to want to probably just keep it there. Highly recommend you guys put one of these up, maybe in your closet toward the top of the ceiling like mine is. That way you can have another rack to hang stuff. So this is one option for additional closet space and, I guess another rack to hang stuff. Very, very useful, and I highly recommend you guys do that. Next is getting hangers that are all the same and that are kind of sleek and slim that allow you to conserve space. So I have these velvet hangers, and I'll actually put them, again, got them from Amazon. You get like 60 for like 30 bucks or something. It's a really good deal. But I really, really like these hangers, okay? For a couple different reasons. One, and as you guys can see from my picture, it keeps my closet very, everything's compact and I can move stuff around very easily. But on top of that, they have something for the pants, okay? So you can hang pants here, and you can hang a shirt here, and you can even put a jacket on top of that. But this velvet is it grips very, very well, okay? So I actually have an example here to show you guys. This right here is a zip up that's with a pair of pants on underneath, okay? And, just the YEEZY pants. But look, this velvet hanger, it's very strong. I just have one arm on there right now, and I'm shaking it, and it's still gripping, the clothes. Look, I'll try to... Okay, it falls off. You have the barely on there, but look, barely hanging on there. These are very, very good as far as holding your clothes. And also, why I really like these, in addition to having the ability to have pants and, and the shirt, they don't have these some hangers have these little indents right here. And when you put shirts on here for a long extended period of time, that little indent will start to kind of imprint itself on the shirt. So when you wear the shirt, you have this little indent in the shirt on both shoulders. And I absolutely hated that. So these hangers prevent that. It's a nice shape, keeps your shirt nicely shaped, so you don't have to worry about any indents. It grips onto your shirts really well, so you don't have to worry about them falling off. And they're also very sleek and very slender, so you can put multiple of them right up next to each other and push as many things as you can together, and you don't have all these random hangers. Because I've seen some closets with a bunch of random different types of hangers, like the big plastic ones, and it's all jammed up and jam-packed. It's too messy, it's hard to contain, and it's hard to kind of move your clothes around and store stuff properly when you have all those hangers. So I highly recommend getting it doesn't have to be this type in particular, but get one solid standard type of hanger that you like, that's, that you can put in your whole closet to save some space and get things kind of, squished and condensed in there. The last thing I want to mention is drawers. And guys, these are going to be a extremely very helpful space saver when it comes to these clothes. So as you can see, and in fact, actually back here, you guys actually see these are all drawers. I'll show you a picture of this in a little bit better view, but those are all drawers full of clothes. And this actually is like a little rack where you can hang stuff on. I got that at IKEA. It's pretty nice. You can have hanging stuff and drawers. But I also have a ton of other drawers, and I'll show you guys a few other pictures. I have some drawers here next to my arcade machine. As you can see here in this picture, that is all full of clothes as well. And then inside my closet, I have 3 sets of these 3 drawers, and all 3 of these are full of clothes. Okay, they have the Vultures 1 short sleeves, the Vultures 1's long sleeves, a ton of sweats, tons of joggers, tons of just all packed to the brim. I'm talking like at least 15 shirts, 10 joggers in each of those, like just tons of clothes, okay? Tons and tons of stuff, and I'm not bullshitting you. A lot of clothes in there, a lot of clothes hanging up, a lot of clothes in here, and also a lot of clothes in my other one. So I have a ton of drawers. They're very, very helpful. So if you guys don't have any like dresser or any set of drawers, get some, okay? Especially for inside your closet, like underneath where your clothes hang, it's just a wall right there. Why not get some drawers? And I have these cases for my shoes to store my shoes because shoes just take up space. So if on top of your closet you have like racks or something, you can put shoe boxes up there and put your shoes up there. But as far as the clothes storage goes, these are some of the best tips that I have, guys. Make sure you get racks, hang racks, whether it's hanging in your closet, hanging in your room. Maybe you have a studio apartment, you have like a spot like in your house that would be good for like a rack somewhere. Put it there. I'm telling you, it's going to save you a lot of space, especially when you start running out of closet space. Because I have a coat closet out there that's full of YEEZY Gap hoodies and sweaters. I have this whole closet full of stuff. I have this rack, I have that rack, I have all these drawers, so much clothes I don't even know what to do with. But I hope some of those tips, some of those storage tips helped you guys out, and also some of the care and washing instructions too, because again, even though they come with washing instruction and it literally tells you how to take care of your stuff, some people still are just kind of, you know, unsure how you should do it. And I hope this video helped you out. So guys, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any quibbles, if you have anything you want to say, or you just want to show some support to your boy, make sure you drop it down below, guys. I truly appreciate all of you for sticking around to the end of this video. You guys are the real ones. Lambo gang for life. Gang till I hang, boy. I really appreciate you guys. But until next time, guys, I'm going to catch you in the next one. Deuces.
Bitch, I'm gon' snap, yeah, bitch, I'm gon' slap, yeah, bitch, I'm gon' snap, yeah, bitch, I'm gon' slap, yeah, bitch, I'm gon' snap, yeah, bitch, I'm gon' slap, yeah, bitch, I'm gon' snap, yeah, bitch, I'm gon' slap, yeah, boys, they wanna